Happy Thanksgiving. Also, did you know that Thanksgiving has a Dutch connection? The pilgrims that came over on the Mayflower, a lot of people know that they're from England, English descent, right? Well, they actually stayed in Leiden in the Netherlands for 12 years. And during that time, they observed the celebration called Dankdag. It's not really a full-on celebration. It's just like a certain religious group kind of thing. Don't know a lot about it. But anyways, they took part in that, right? Came over to the New World and then brought that tradition with them. And then, of course, now we have Thanksgiving. So I wanted to find a video to react to today to showcase that. And I was successful, guys. I found this here. Thanksgiving Kopie van Bevrijdingsfeest Leiden. Don't know what that says. Didn't pronounce it right. I know that much. We're going to translate it to English, and we have Thanksgiving Copy of Leiden Liberation Party. So the channel is Marcel Tetero. Don't know if I pronounced that right either, but anyways, links down below for this. And it says right here, Thanksgiving and the resulting Black Friday are of Dutch origin. Refugees from England saw how the people of Leiden celebrated each year exuberantly that they had been relieved of the occupiers, the Spaniards. These asylum seekers, they called themselves pilgrims, took that party to America. Now, exactly 400 years ago, well, maybe 405 years ago now, because this video is 5 years old. The Jubilee festivals for this started yesterday in England, the Netherlands, and the United States. Director Jeremy Bangs of the Pilgrim Museum in Leiden explains how Thanksgiving started. I may or may not be able to visit Leiden next year.
Next year, 2020, it's 400 years since the 1620 voyage of the Mayflower. So there's a lot of commemorative activity in the Netherlands, in England, and in New England, in America.
Okay, yeah.
There will be various celebrations, but it's a question how much of that will be focused on the pilgrims themselves and how much will be on modern issues of refugees and immigration.
That's really cool. I kind of feel like I should try to check Leiden out when I go to the Netherlands. When we go to the Netherlands next year, we'll be there at the end of April, so we'll do our best. I mean, there's a lot to see there, of course. Cool. What do we got? Okay, so this is just a bunch of names of people that came over on the Mayflower. Okay. I'm pretty sure I have ancestors that also did. I need to look into that and see if their names are on here, actually. Because I know that I have people that was born in Jamestown, like shortly after, like there's people from, I have Jamestown, like it's a whole thing.
The Pilgrims also thought they wouldn't want to do anything like in England, so they looked to the Bible and found Harvest Festival, Sukkot. And they also thought the Dutch Reformed had done a good job of reforming public life, and they were familiar with the Thanksgiving every October 3rd in Leiden. Thanksgiving for the lifting of the siege of Leiden. So these things all combine.
October 3rd, okay, so that's the Dankdag.
And appear in what we find in 1622.
I wonder how old that building is in. I mean, that is certainly old.
What is the connection of this room with the pilgrim?
This is the only house that is left of their period in Leiden.
Nice. Okay, so they were there. That's an actual. So it's at least from the 1600s for sure. Very cool.
So the only thing that dates a little after the 17th century is the fireplace. It was modernized in 1730 approximately. So it's too recent for us. The rest of the room is period, and the objects we gathered are also from the 1600s.
This is still a private house. When my friends who own the house discovered that it was the oldest datable house in Leiden, they looked for a way to open some of it to the public, and through.
That's crazy, and it's on New Street, the oldest house in Leiden, and it's on New Street. I don't know why that seems ironic to me. Maybe it was new at the time, but that's the oldest of what's left.
Talking about project of reviving interest in the pilgrims, they said, well, why don't you put it into our house? So it's still a house. People live upstairs and next door, and it's generous of them to want to allow the public to see the museum part of the house.
And I want to go there, like, and especially like, because like I said, I have ancestors that was like born in Jamestown. I have people that was like born in like Europe and then came over here and then had kids in Jamestown. So like they were, good chance they were on the Mayflower. I need to find their names before I go to the Netherlands next year. That'd be so cool. I just put this picture on a community post actually today about, you know, happy Thanksgiving. By the way, here's the Dutch connection. And then there's that picture. Yeah.
Amsterdam, like most cities, required foreigners to try to get day-by-day employment for at least a year, post financial guarantees, join the guilds, and then get long-term employment. Leiden, however, had been besieged in 1574, and nearly half the town had died. They changed their labor laws to try to attract refugees, so that refugees could come work in Leiden immediately. As long as they worked for someone who was a guild member, they didn't themselves have to join the guild.
Okay, so then this is where the pilgrims come in. They're refugees. They're fleeing from England, I believe. They probably heard about it and was like, yeah, let's go to Leiden. Mayflower Hotel. Okay.
He was a descendant of one of the pilgrims, so the second President John Adams and his son, who later became president, also was of that descent.
Yeah.
John Adams was first the ambassador from the United States to the Netherlands, and while he was here, he enrolled his son, John Quincy Adams, in the University of Leiden, which is rather a pleasant thought because it means that at least one American president had a decent education.
Yes. That's great. Yeah, that's super cool.
What does it do to you when you come here?
It puts a lot of things in perspective. You know, this sense of who you are and where you came from. You just feel that time is shortened or something. I don't know.
That's cool. So she's descended from a pilgrim. And I know I am too. I just need to figure out which ones. I don't remember the names. That'd be crazy if it was the same one as that. What was the name on this one?
But who you are and where you came
Samuel
from.
Fuller.
A
Okay.
short place.
Oops.
I don't know how to explain it, but it gives you a feeling of a place.
Yeah. I could see that. I mean, you know, like a connection. I mean, it's kind of cool to see where your ancestors kind of went through and where, you know, the places that they walked. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just super cool. 400 years of pilgrims. Yeah, so that was a good video. Markel Tedero. Go check out the channel, guys. I'm going to go ahead and subscribe to his channel, actually. And you should too. So there you go. A little bit of history. I'm going to get off of here. I got about an hour to go do my Thanksgiving dinner. And it's going to be great. I love it. I'm excited. Eat some turkey, bunch of snacks, some pies. Oh boy, I can't wait. My favorite holiday. I love food. You guys have a super fun, awesome day. Like, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.